Welcome back to Justice for Shelley. This is episode 6, the bribery scandal. The moment the entire case against Jerry Mack Watkins collapsed, and the moment Corsicana lost its only real chance at justice.
To understand how Shelley's murder went from indictment to silence, you have to understand the prosecutor who brought the case, and the bribe that stopped it. A single act that rewrote the trajectory of this investigation for more than 30 years.
In 1993, after reviewing evidence, a Navarro County grand jury indicted Jerry Mack Watkins for the murder of his wife, Shelley. This should have been the beginning of a real trial: testimony, evidence, cross-examination, accountability.
But instead, something else happened, something far from normal. The prosecutor leading the case was caught accepting a bribe, and when that corruption surfaced, the entire indictment was dismissed. Not delayed, not reassigned, dismissed.
When they dropped the case, we all knew something wasn't right. Nobody believed it was just a mistake.
The official narrative frames the scandal as an isolated incident, one corrupt decision by one corrupt official. But in Corsicana, that explanation has never satisfied the people who followed the case closely.
Because here's the truth. For a prosecutor to be bribed, someone has to offer the bribe. Someone benefits. Someone needed this case to disappear.
Everyone heard about the bribe. It wasn't a secret, it was just something people didn't say out loud.
And when you look at the patterns surrounding Jerry, the inner circle, the financial anomalies, the pressure placed on witnesses, you start to see how neatly this bribe fits into a larger structure.
Consider the timing. Shelley was murdered. Witnesses spoke, evidence surfaced, Jerry was indicted. And then, right as the case was about to move forward, the prosecutor is exposed for taking money. The case dies instantly.
Only one person walked away free because of that bribe. And it wasn't Shelley.
That kind of timing doesn't feel random.
Multiple sources have long suggested connections between the bribery scandal and individuals close to Jerry, through business, through influence, and through people who feared what a conviction might reveal. While we cannot claim direct proof, the patterns are too sharp to ignore.
What we do know is this. The dismissal of that indictment didn't just help Jerry avoid trial. It crippled the entire pursuit of justice for decades. Evidence went stale. Witnesses faded. Memories blurred. And Shelley's daughters grew up without answers.
That was the moment the case died. Not the night she was killed, the day the bribe hit.
For a murder case to be derailed by bribery is rare. For that bribery to immediately protect the only indicted suspect is even rarer. In Navarro County's history, it stands as a turning point, one nobody has ever fully explained.
What would have come out in a trial? What testimony would have been heard? What evidence would have been put on record permanently? We'll never know, because someone made sure we wouldn't.
After that, people stopped talking. It felt like a warning.
But here's the part they didn't expect. 30 years later, people are talking again. People who once stayed silent are starting to step forward. And every tip, every conversation, every detail brings us closer to uncovering what that bribe was meant to hide.
If you know anything about the bribery scandal, who was involved, who benefited, or what was said behind closed doors, submit what you know. Go to watkins-murder.com. Your information can remain confidential, and rewards are available for credible leads.
The bribe protected the truth for one man. Now it's time for the truth to come out. Justice for Shelley.